guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my March book haul. Not been doing good. I have a humongous stack of books to share with you guys, and I just did a space-themed book haul a couple weeks ago, so I'll link that up here in the cards if you want to check it out. But I keep finding amazing things, so if you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. I find books mostly used for around 50 cents to $5 usually, and that's why this haul is going to be so big and why my past hauls are so big. I also have a lot of book friends that will send each other books and things like that, which is always fun, but it leads for massive book buying. So we're just going to dive right in. I am not going to do a ton of descriptions for most of these because there's just so many, but I'll at least show you what I got. So for Christmas time, for my friend Brittany, I picked out 12 books that I thought she would like and that I would like, and for us to buddy read, and I wrapped them, and so she's opening one every month. And so this month's buddy read was The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, two of my favorite authors. So originally I got her this for March because I thought it would be good for Galaxy-a-thon, but this is not really a spacey book. It's more about like a goddess that's like living in the sky, which could technically count, but I don't know if it's really like a space read. So that's okay. I'm very excited to read it. I just probably won't read it for Galaxy-a-thon, which should be already happening or over at this point. Okay, so I got Graduation Day. I had these at one point. My friend Claire really likes them, and I cannot find my copies anywhere, like ever since I fixed my bookshelves. So I'm rehauling them. First book is The Test, I believe, and this is the last book, Graduation Day, from the Testing series. It's just a really quick YA dystopian series that she said was really unique and fun. So slowly adding them back. Recently found The Bone Shard's Daughter. This is a paperback copy, and I'll probably do it on audiobook. And I usually like to keep hardbacks, but since this is so new, I decided to keep it. I don't know much about this except that when I was doing my 5-star TBR looking for books that people favorited in 2021, this was on a lot of people's lists, and I know it's some kind of fantasy. I believe that it's adult, not entirely sure though, and it has something to do with bone magic. Told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I got The Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is my first Keeper of the Lost Cities book, and it's book 8.5. So I may not keep this one because I have 0 of the other ones, but everyone keeps talking about how much they love this middle grade series. It's like fantasy, ragtag team of characters. I don't see them like super often. This book is like a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and it has like beautiful images and stuff in it. So I'm all set with number 8. I got The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. This was really popular a couple years ago. Again, don't know a lot about it. This is more of like a sadder, magical surrealism, contemplative type of book, which could, for me, goes one way or the other. Either it hits just right at home, or I'm like, absolutely not. But so many people love this book that I want to give it a try. Then I got Dahlia Black, which I meant to put on my space book reads because I think this is a space book. This one I found at Dollar Tree. It says for fans of World War Z and the Southern Ranch trilogy. So basically a doctor discovers a pulse from an unknown alien intelligence, and they're trying to figure out why. So Shadow Queen by CJ Redwine. So I've been looking for this one for a while. I believe this is a retelling of either Snow White or the Evil Queen from Snow White. And we all know I love retellings, and I've heard that this one's really good. Timeless by Alexandra Monnier. I read Final Six from Alexandra Monnier last year, really enjoyed it. So this one is about like romance and time travel, and with Alexandra Monnier writing it, want to check it out. Muse of Fire by Heidi Helig. Originally I thought this was part of one of Heidi Helig's other series, but now I'm thinking it might be a separate one. I'm not entirely sure, but the covers are really cool, so I'm gonna try it. Room by Emma Donoghue. Out of my comfort zone, and I don't know why, but I've been wanting to try and read You recently because I want to check out the TV show. Sometimes that stuff can be too dark for me. If you're not familiar with You, it's basically about like a stalker stalking a girl that he's in love with, and you're kind of getting his point of view. I think this is somewhat similar. It's about someone that's keeping like a woman and her son like in one room for like several years. I don't usually like that kind of stuff, but if it's done correctly, I do. So I want to give it a shot and just see how the writing is and see how it kind of fits with me. So yeah, let me know if you like this one. Seeker by Erin Else Dayton. So I think this is the first book in a trilogy, some kind of fantasy. Again, I don't know much, but it was like $2, so I grabbed it. I'm getting a lot of things that I like unhauled in years past. just because. The Enchanter Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. So this is the third or fourth book in one of her series. I think this is the one I need to start with. Not this book, but the series. First book being The Wizard's Heir. I haven't read anything from Cinda Williams, so I figured I might as well start collecting this one. Then we have Burn for Burn by Jenny Han. This is, I think, the second or the first, again, in a trilogy. I really love her To All the Boys I Loved Before, so I want to try something else from her. I think it's about friendship drama. It might not work for me, but we're kind of moving around the comfort zone. Monument 14 by Emily Laybourne. This one I'm very excited about, and I think I might do it for Hikeathon for the survival challenge. So it's about 14 kids that are like trapped in a superstore, like a Costco type of situation during like a really bad like apocalyptic storm, and they're like trying to survive and crazy things are happening. So that sounds really cool. Need by Joelle Charbonneau. So this is the same author that wrote the Graduation Day book that I just hauled. That's really why I picked it up, was just because people like her writing. I'm assuming it's kind of dystopian, maybe sci-fi. Insignia by S.J. Kincaid. So this one has something to do with like virtual reality and video games, and I just like that kind of read usually, so we're gonna check it out. I got Other Life by Jason Segel. This is one of the unfinished series that I need to get to. I think I have them all now. I think this is the second or the third book. I really enjoyed the first book. It's about being kind of trapped in a virtual reality world and conspiracies and things like that. Somewhat Ready Player One-esque, but very unique in its own. So I need to carry on with this series. With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. So this is a contemporary. I don't know a whole lot about it, but that it has to do with a lot with cooking, which I really enjoy in books in all forms. And I don't pick up a lot of contemporaries, so I've heard good things enough that I want to try and check it out. Dressed for the Wicked by Autumn Krause. I haven't heard amazing things about this, but I found it, so I was like, well, it's a standalone. Some kind of like competition. I don't know if it's got like a debutante style vibe about it, but we will see. Man Called Uwe. I am very nervous about this one, but I do want to try it at some point. It's basically following an older man that is kind of down on his luck and given up on life, and then something kind of shifts that around. Really bad description. People love that one. People sobbed their hearts out. That could be a good or a bad thing for me. The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman. So this is a continuation, I believe, of the Dark Materials trilogy, which I still haven't read, but this one's somewhat newer and it was a really good price, so I picked it up. So now I need to find those again. Frost by M.P. Kozlowski. So I've been wanting this one for a while. So it's about a girl named Frost, and she has been spending her life in an apartment building. She is basically hiding out from the ruined streets below that are just hunting grounds for rogue robots. She understands why she's never met a human besides her father. She's even understand why he forbids her to look for medicine for her dying pet. But the thing is, it's not her real father giving her orders, it's his memories. So before he died, Frost's father uploaded his consciousness into their robot servant, but the technology malfunctioned and now her father fades in and out. So when Frost learns that there might be medicine on the other side of the ravaged city, she embarks on a dangerous journey to save the one living creature she loves. It sounds amazing. The Triumphant by Leslie Livingston. So this is the third book in the Valiant series, which is some kind of like female gladiators. So now I have them all. Dangerous Creatures by Kami Garcia Margaret Stoll. This is part of like a spin-off series, novella type thing for the Beautiful Creatures series that I love. I'm pretty sure I've read this one, but I like having some of my favorite books that I've owned on my shelves. Just adding this to like my already read shelf and not the TBR, which is great. Forest of Shadows, Frozen 2. So I think this is an adaptation on Frozen 2, which I still haven't seen yet. And yeah, I just collect all the Disney books and all the Disney things. The Lovely War by Julie Berry. Not something I would ever normally have picked up. This was on a lot of people's favorite lists from last year. I believe it's following a couple in World War II falling in love, told from the gods. So like Greek mythology gods, like talking about what's happening, which sounds incredible. Everless by Sarah Holland. This was sent to me by my friend JJ. I read this one in January, really enjoyed it. I will link my January wrap up if you want to go check out my thoughts. It's part of a duology where time is the currency and there's magic, and it was a solid 4-star, so really enjoyed it. Glad to have a copy. Found the Boneless Mercies by April Genevieve Tcholk. So I think this is a retelling on Beowulf, but I don't know for sure. Super stoked. Spent more for this one, but I found Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. The cloud came in, sorry. Seriously, need to read King of Scars first, obviously. Heard amazing things about this one. This is duology set in the Grishaverse after like Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone and all of that jazz, following a particularly well-loved character. Got something kind of unusual. The sun's coming back, so there's that. Making the Girl, Chloe by Design. I don't know if this is the first one or not. So I'm on a mission to find books that have like slightly different formats. And this one has cool things about it. It's got like a journal filled with like art, like pictures of dresses and different things like that. So I thought I'd check it out and see if I enjoy this one, because I really like that kind of style, like Illuminae or Why We Broke Up and things like that. Finally found a hardback copy of The Lightning Thief. I have all of these in the original covers. It was very hard to find this first one for some reason. I don't know. So I finally found it. I've only read this one and I really need to carry on, but I need to physically read them. So hopefully that can happen sometime soon. Tweet Cute, another contemporary, but I think this one also has slightly different formatting because it's got texts in here that have like pictures and things. Not a ton, but it's about romance over text and modern times. Could be awesome, so we'll check it out. My friend JJ also sent me Defy the Night by Bridget. I can't ever say her name, so I'm not going to try. And I still need to read her other series, but she said this one's even better, so I'm excited to try it out. I don't know anything about it, other than everyone likes it. I'm sorry. Okay, so then I found a complete trilogy, Let the Sky Fall, Let the Storm Break, and Let the Wind Rise. These are all by Shannon Messenger. So this is about like elemental magic and like a girl that actually is an element, and it just seems really cool and kind of romancy and different, so adding it. War of the Bastards. This is part of the Royal Bastards or the City Bastards trilogy, which I have a couple more of. Again, I don't know a lot about it other than people like it, and I do think this is a male lead character, which I don't have a ton of, so always good to add something new. Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. I was hoping this would have to do with like space stuff, but nope. I want to try a lot of things from Marie Lu because I've really enjoyed some of her other reads, so found this one recently. Then I got a library edition, so I need to clean it up, of The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. I don't know anything about this. I know it's adult, but I love Emily's Station 11. One of my favorite books of all time. This could go either way, but her writing was so beautiful in Station 11 that I really want to check something else out from her. Then lastly, my friend Brittany sent me a couple things that she found. So this is the Lunar Chronicles coloring book, which I should be doing during Galaxy-a-thon, which should be happening right now or almost over. But I love the Lunar Chronicles, and it's just got pictures from the book that you can color in. And I thought that would be fun to do because she found it really cheap and it's beautiful. Then she got me The Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I still need to read something from her, but since everyone is loving Sorcery of Thorns and this book so much, I just figured I'd add them to my TBR. Now that I have made a huge mess and there are books everywhere, I will wrap up this video. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry I didn't have more descriptions. Please let me know if you've read any of these, and if you love them, it will help me kind of bump them up on my TBR or get them out of here if you think I'll hate them. I'm excited about all of them. So let me know if you found anything good recently, if you do any like hunting like I do, and I will see you next time on The Bright Side. Then I got Graduation. That was my pile falling.